In September of the year 1811, a little boy arrived at the door of Boy Hall in the middle of Lincolnshire. He rang the bell and looked around him at the tall, square 18th century house. An evening light fell on the building, making the windows shine like fires. In front of the hall, there was a park full of trees and a church with a clock. It all seemed very pleasant to the boy as he waited for someone to open the door. The boy's parents were dead, and his elderly cousin, Mr. Abney, warned him to go and live at Elsaby. People who knew Mr. Abney were surprised at his offer, because they thought he was a man who loved the books more than people, and who preferred to live alone. Mr. Abney opened the door and seemed very happy to see the young cousin, Stephen Elliot. He immediately started to ask questions. "How old are you, my boy? How old are you? I hope you are not too tired to eat your supper." "No, thank you, sir," said Stephen. I'm quite well." "Good," said Mr. Abney. "And how old are you, my boy?" It seemed strange that he asked the question twice in the first 2 minutes of their conversation. "I'm 12 years old next birthday," said Mr. Stephen. "And when is your birthday, my dear boy?" 11th of September, yeah." "That's good. That's very good. I like to write this thing down in my book. Are you sure you will be 12?
Yes, sir. Quite sure."
"Well, take him to Mr. Bounce's room, Perks," Mr. Abney said to his servant, "and let him have his supper." Mr. Bounce was the friendliest person in Elsaby. Stephen felt 34. Mr. Abney opened the door and seemed very happy to see his young cousin. Stephen Elliot comfortable with her, and they became good friends in a quarter of an hour. She was 55 years old and knew everything about the house and its neighborhood. She was quite willing to share this information with Stephen, and there were certainly many things about Boy Hall and gardens that the boy wanted to ask her. One November evening, Stephen was sitting by the fire in Mr. Bounce's room, thinking about his new home. "Is Mr. Abney a good man?" he suddenly asked. "Good, my child," said Mr. Bounce. "He's the kindest man I've ever been known. Have I told you about the little boy? He brought here from the street 7 years ago, the little girl 2 years after I started working here." "No, please don't tell me about that, Mr. Bounce," said Stephen. "Well," she began, "I don't remember much about the little girl. Mr. Abney brought her back for his work one day and told Mr. Elliot to take care of her. The poor child had no family, lived with us for about 3 weeks, and then one morning she got up while everyone was still asleep and left the house. I've never seen her again." Mr. Abney looked everywhere, but she never came back. She was a very silent child, but she helped me a lot, and I loved her very much. "And what about the little boy?" asked Stephen. "Oh, the poor boy," said Mr. Bunch. "He came here one winter day playing his music, and Mr. Abney asked him lots of questions, such as, 'Where do you come from? Where do you? And how old are you? Where are your family?' He was very kind to the boy. But the same thing happened. It just disappeared. That night, Stephen had a strange dream. Near his bathroom, at the top of the house, there was an old bathroom, which nobody used. The top of the door was made of glass, and it was possible to look in and see 36 the bath. In his dream, Stephen looked through the glass and saw a boy in the bath. A very thin, dusty body with a sad smile and the hands pressed over the heart. As Stephen looked, a terrible cry came from the lips and the arms began to move. Stephen was extremely frightened and woke up suddenly. He found that he really was standing on the cold floor near the bathroom. Bravely he looked through the glass again to see if the body was really there. It was not. He went back to the bed. When they heard about Stephen's experience, Mr. Barnes and Mr. Abney were very interested, and Mr. Barnes put a new chart above the glass door of the bathroom. Mr. Abney said that ought to write about. Mr. Abney said he would write about Stephen's dream in his book.